Welcome back everyone to another NRG, and here we are with Pac-Man Championship Edition DX Plus. What a mouthful that is. This is the Steam version on Windows PC, and it's rather nice, rather good. It's obviously inspired from the original Championship Edition, which came out in 2007, and then the Championship Edition DX, which came out in 2010. And this was the updated version with the plus at the end, with the extra courses and extra skins and whatnot. There's a lot going on in this game. But it's still Pac-Man. That's the thing. It's still Pac-Man. And it's still probably one of the definitive versions of Pac-Man as well. I got inspired to get this by basically playing the original Championship Edition D-Make on the NES, and then I gave the original Championship Edition a go and stumbled upon this version, which I think is the definitive version for me. Loads of different game modes you can do here. Time trials, 10 minutes score attack, which is the primary sort of mode for Championship Edition, with all fancy neon colours and different retro themes and stuff like that. Always keeping it very familiar with Pac-Man though. The Pac-Man font is always there. It's really good. And this, of course, there's slight gameplay changes to the original Pac-Man. You get the ghost chains or trains in this, and you wake the ghosts up. Their behaviour is quite similar to the original Pac-Man in the way they... Sort of. I want to say sort of. Because if you play the original sort of game version with just the 4 ghosts, they will behave in the sort of like the similar manner, the sort of scatter patterns, pursue patterns and stuff like that. When we play the train, as you can see, you get this real pursuing manner going on. And Pac-Man's also got a secret weapon in this as well, of course. He can bump them out the way, use a bomb to blow the ghosts away. Excuse my French. There we go. Lovely power up there. Love that little chain. Great little effect. Again, really engrossing version of the game. Back in the day, Pac-Man was one of those games that I was never really good at it. That's the thing. I always knew how important it was to the gaming sphere, certainly the arcades, and the addictive nature of it. And the way of reading sort of like the ghosts and the way they move, the enemy patterns and stuff like that, the best tactics, stuff like that. But I was never great at it. This has really got me really into Pac-Man. I never would have thought that I would have been this deep into Pac-Man by playing these Championship Edition versions. And I think anyone that's never been sort of enamoured with Pac-Man as well would feel the same once playing one of the Championship Editions. Honestly, the NES version I think is absolutely fantastic, because I'm an 8-bit gamer myself, so that really fits with me well. But with all the modern gamings and these retro sort of inspired games, this is a perfect example of how to do things right. Keeping things familiar, keeping things comfortable with the original game and the original theme, but also making these updates to make it better. A lot of the time you'll find in situations like this, things won't get better, but in this case they have. And the thing is, there's just lots to do in this game. There's lots of different, like I said, lots of different modes, different challenges, tasks, loads of different styles of maps as well, and mazes to sort of try out. Different skins, the way that the things play. There were certain skins that I think they play really jarring on the eyes. Some of them. I love this neon look. I think this neon look is really cool. And of course, with the Steam version, you've got the advantages of things like high score tables and friends challenges and stuff like that to add to the fun. Music is, I love the music on this. It's wonderful music. Look, I really do like the music. It's really upbeat stuff, but again, familiar and faithful to the sort of like original retro theme of Pac-Man. It's really cool. It's just, I think it's one of those sort of like ideas where it's been implemented really well. I think going by the reviews of a lot of people that said about Championship Edition, it certainly seems to strike all those chords. It's much more fast-paced than any other Pac-Man you've ever played before. Of course, the original came out on the Xbox 360, I believe, or PlayStation 3, one or the other, or both, most likely. Great fun. It's really great fun. It's extremely addictive as well. It's I mentioned this in my Tuber's High Score Challenge video of the NES version. I've never come across a game in the modern day, should we say. And I've come across a lot of games where I've been, you know, wanting to play more, one more go. But this one has real charm to it. One more go. You start playing this, and then 3 hours later, you're still playing it. And you think, how have I done that? I'm playing Pac-Man for 3 hours. It's crazy, unbelievable. And the time just seems to flit by as well. Oh, I'm getting trapped here. Oh no, go away. Yeah, great music, great presentation. Say easy to navigate with the menus and everything else like that. Yeah, they haven't gone overboard, should we say? There were so many. I think back in the day we had things like, you know, Pac-Mania, Pac-Land, straying away from the original maze, top-down, simple format, and it didn't go well, did it? I mean, they weren't games that were held in high acclaim like the original Pac-Man were. I mean, Pac-Mania was nice in the sort of 3D isometric view that it was, but it just didn't have that same charm as the original game. And this version captures all that original charm of the original game and just amps it up to 11, as they say, as Spinal Tap would say. Amps it up to 11. And okay, unlockables, things to achieve. Global leaderboard there, as you can see, so always a target to go for, so many different options you can do. It's amazing how much you can expand Pac-Man. It's such a simple concept, but expand it into the maximum it can possibly go, and I think it was even expanded even more with Championship Edition 2, but for now I think this version of the game will do me. So there we go, that is Pac-Man Championship Edition DX Plus. And this is the, like I said, the Steam PC Windows version. There we go, very Pac-Mania here. Look, you can see, I just mentioned Pac-Mania. This is a very Pac-Mania themed sort of view. 3D Pac-Man there with his eyes. Very nice. And skins like that, you see, different skins like that make it sort of worthwhile and puts a nice smile on your face. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. This has been Novabug, and this has been Pac-Man. Never thought I would have said that in 2021. Novabug, out. Hey, Novabug here. I do hope you enjoyed this video. Please support the channel by liking and commenting, and of course subscribing if you haven't already done. If you would like to support me further, please consider joining my Bug Army via Patreon. And also don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Parler, BitChute and Twitch. And a salute to my Bug Army generals Sam M, Sweet Nanak, Pete Walker and Craig Harrison. Thank you everyone for supporting me. Novabug, out.